Hey guys, welcome back to the Record Room. I'm of course your host Tony Joels TG, and on today's episode we're doing an unboxing, but as of right this minute I don't actually know what that unboxing is. I received this package yesterday. I have a pretty good idea on what it is, and by the time you watch this, because of editing and everything, you'll know what it is. But I think inside here is a copy of the latest Ghost album, but this is the Blood Records liquid filled version, which is very exciting. I pre-ordered this a few months back now. As with most Blood Records releases, you have to wait a couple of months, but no problem waiting from this guy at all. Always happy to wait for something cool. So, haven't opened it at all, as you can see. We're going to bust this open, and I've covered the Ghost album on this channel before. I think I have a couple of different versions of it now. I'm not a mad collector when it comes to vinyl variants of newer releases. Sometimes I just like the colors, and that's what I base it on. But nice packaging, I will say that, for Blood Records. Yes, it is the Ghost album. It is the new Ghost album, and all the parts are individual on this. So there is, I mean, it's a foil cover, so it's going to be shiny no matter what. It's kind of it's a dark foil cover for anyone that's not seen it before, but everything on this looks exactly the same. Skeleta. So yeah, so there you go. That's the album cover, and then you have the inner sleeve, which is the same as the inner sleeve on the other versions, as far as I know. Now, this one doesn't have that a lot of the others did, unless it's hiding in here. No, there was a Papa 5 overlay that came over the back here. Essentially, if you have a copy of this album, there is a Papa 5 sitting there. That's the overlay, which you can take out and, you know, put it somewhere if you so choose. But here is the disc itself, and this is, I can't remember how they described this, sort of grey, liquid, silver, liquid, something like that. But that is exactly what it looks like we've got here. So let's take a look. Now, all Ghost Records albums, or at least the ones I've had, arrive in these plastic inner sleeves, which they do tend to stick a little, but not a problem. I replace these anyway. But yeah, that is pretty darn cool. We've got a thicker liquid in this one from the Casey Musgraves album I showed a couple of weeks back on the channel. But this is the liquid filled version of Ghost Skeleta, which, I don't know, I think this may have been limited to about 5,000 copies, something like that. It did sell out, so if you're looking to grab a copy of this now, you will have to grab one on the second-hand market. And as I've just unboxed this, I won't be able to talk about the sound quality, but if the Casey Musgraves album is anything to go by, this is going to sound absolutely fantastic. As I said on that episode, the way I think these are made, it's very thin vinyl, and it's two copies of the same record pressed together, sandwiched together with a filling injected into the middle. I could be wrong on that, because as I mentioned before, these liquid filled records are much lighter than the ones I've featured before on this channel. I've spoken about the Friday the 13th, the Vampire Hunter D, the Mortal Kombat. I have a handful of these filled records now. But these Blood Records ones are much lighter. I have to say this, I don't believe it's coming across on camera. The liquid is moving very slow, but it's almost like there is a spectre inside the disc. There's this sort of grayish, there's a grayish liquid, but then there is a sort of a whiteness to it as well. And when you look at it, it looks as though there is kind of a ghost almost moving inside the disc, which is fantastic. I love these. You know, my experience on Blood Records, I'm very new to them. This is only my second album from them, and this is a liquid fill version. I know they do Zotro picture discs, and they've done some, what did they do? They did a Lave, I think it had a feather inside it. So it's not always liquid filled. They do filled albums, not always with liquid. But I am honestly so sold, so blown away on the quality of their products. I cannot say a bad word so far. I am definitely a fan. I follow every drop. If it's not a band I'm interested in, I'm not going to pick it up just for the sake of having it to try and flip it. I don't do that. I think that's kind of gross. But absolutely love that Ghost album. Big Ghost fan, as you may be able to tell there by the Ghost tattoo on my knuckle. But love that album as well. It's not just a oh, I've got to buy it because it's Ghost. No, I genuinely love this album. So I am looking forward to listening to this. I listened to the Musgraves Liquid Filled and it's sounding fantastic. Looking forward to listening to that Ghost one as well. So what about you guys out there? Did you pick up this liquid-filled copy of the latest Ghost album, or do you have any other Blood Records filled vinyl? Please let me and everybody else know in the comments down below. But that's it for this episode. Until next time, stay gold and spin those blackest circles.